Tired. We had a really weird thing happen last night. Good morning. I hope you're all doing well. Middle of movie night, Zach comes out of his office. Zach comes out of his office in the middle of movie night last night, at the end of his shift, and pulls up his shirt, and he's covered in tiny red dots. And I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like, I'm looking at him and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? No idea. Ended up going to Walmart, getting a whole bunch of allergy shit, and pumping him full of Benadryl, and it went away. But I have no clue. But I ended up until like 1 in the morning because I panicked. So I went and washed everything in the house. Like, stripped my bed, washed the pillows, washed the comforters, washed everything. But it was like it looked like I had used a new detergent or something. I have used the same fucking detergent for like 20 years. I think my whole life. I don't even know. I think it's the same shit my mom used. It's hypoallergenic, all clear, whatever. No clue. But it looked like every hair follicle on his body was raised and irritated. It was so bizarre. And I didn't say anything at first, but it straight up looked like measles. And I was like, okay, we're going to pump you full of Benadryl and see what the fuck happens. Because it's fine now, thank fuck. He passed out on a lot of Benadryl last night, and I covered him calamine lotion and shit. But literally, like, like if you get goosebumps, imagine every single goosebump was red. That's genuinely what it looked like. And I guess it started like the day before yesterday, but he didn't say anything to me. Of course, he knew I'd do something about it. But yeah, I'm still washing my bedding. I slept on a bare mattress last night because, like, what do you do? But I instantly was like, either it's an allergic reaction or, like, measles. Or, I mean, this is so bad. To me, what's worse than measles? Bed bugs. Like, fuck, dude. There's no way. I clean far too manically for this. But just in case, like, worst case scenario, stripped everything. Cleaned everything. Men talk about medical issues? Never, dude. Well, and that's the thing. Literally, I was like changing into my bedtime clothes, and I was half naked when he came in and showed me, and I'm like, okay, look at my body. Do I have anything on me? Because I would have been covered in bites too. But it's just weird because it came out of nowhere. Like, we haven't changed anything. Good morning, Rod. We haven't changed anything. Nothing. I have no idea. It was the weirdest, just like the most, well, that's no shit, Super Bob, but that was the first thing he said. He raised his shirt and I was like, oh, and he goes, could it be stress? I was like, maybe. I don't know, but Benadryl took care of it, so it's gone. But that was the first thing he said, was maybe stress. It was just weird because he didn't touch any. I mean, poor guy. I was up until like 1 in the morning Cloroxing our house with Clorox bleach wipes. Like his desk, the mouse, the keyboard, everything. Because it was weird. It was like lines of dots on his arms and his forearms and shit. It was weird. I wish I could figure out what the fuck it was. I have no idea. Unless it comes back. But no, the amount of times that there's something wrong, but I don't get to hear about it for like 4 days. Why do y'all just sit in it? What the fuck, Crispy? What the fuck? Yeah, he must have come into contact with something outside, or what I thought is my dogs got into something, and then he rolled around on the floor with them like he does. And so maybe he got some on his skin, but it was his whole body, and it didn't itch. No itch, except like on his hands a little bit. It looked like it should itch. Oh my God. It looked like it should itch like fucking, literally, I didn't want to bother you, but maybe measles? I'm like, what the fuck? You have a medical professional like at your fucking disposal. Use me. And since you'll never, exactly, I literally ripped into him for that mission. I was like, if you would have said something the moment this broke out, we could figure out what the fuck did it. But I have no idea because you've been sitting in it for days. What the fuck? And how the fuck I mean, I guess it got worse and worse, so I just didn't notice it first. But what the fuck? You know for sure how many wives of farmers had to drag their husbands into the dock when shit goes sideways. Oh, absolutely. I've told you the story of how my dad like borderline cut off his finger. It's a it's but basically, I mean, long story short, when my dad was a kid, he put his hand through a window or something and it sliced the tendons in his arm and they all rolled up in his elbow. And because rednecks, no one did anything about it, I guess. And so my dad's hand is like stuck like this, literally. And these two fingers are dead. Like no feeling. None. None. To the point where you can cut your finger off and not notice it. None. And his arm looks like you took an ice cream scoop to it. Like it's like hollow. I mean, you're around him for 2 minutes, you don't even notice it. But he was using like the big round like saw in our garage, and I was a kid, and my mom was like, go get your dad for dinner. And my little, bitchy child ass slammed the garage door open, Dad, dinner! And my dad goes straight through his dead finger and like lifts it up and it's hanging there. And I'm just like, ah! Like horror fucking movie. Cause this was like right when they had started. I don't even think they were married yet. I didn't know. But I'm pretty sure my dad would have super glued and duct taped that shit if my mom wasn't around. Probably. Would have, just because he doesn't feel it. He would have literally super glued it and just been like, meh, whatever. Your finger. It's your finger. Crazy. No itch that it isn't stressed. And that's what I was thinking too. And that's why I got scared. It was like bugs, but it was every inch of his body. And this is something, if you ever get scabies or bed bugs, usually what will happen is with bed bugs, you'll have lots of bites on your ankles and feet. With scabies, you'll have bites where your clothes push in. So like your waistband, your bra strap, anywhere where clothes are tight, that's where you'll have bites. So that's usually where you can tell it's a bug thing. And it wasn't anything like that at all. It was crazy. It was like every inch of his body was just covered in these little red dots. It was weird. But it's gone now. He did. Oh God. I put him in the shower. The moment he came out, I was like, strip off all your clothes, get in the shower. And one thing you can do when you have like an irritation like that is you can use tea gel or like, what is it? Head and Shoulders. Use it all over your fucking body. And it's got menthol and stuff in it, and it can be soothing. So I was like, take that fucking Head and Shoulders, scrub your entire body in it, then use this soothing body wash, and then we're going to put calamine lotion on you. And then we're giving you Benadryl, and I'm laying you down, and we're going to see what the fuck's going on with your body, because this was so weird. Good morning, Bolt, by the way. I went to work one day and just turned completely red and itchy over 2 hours. We never found the cause. Then they even admitted me to emergency. That was basically exactly this. Nothing. I mean, if it was still here today, like if the Benadryl started working before we even went to bed. It was basically almost all but gone. But genuinely, like if that hadn't worked, I would have been in because I just didn't. You don't want to fuck around with allergic responses. Like that was the first thing. I mean, after Zach was like, is it anxiety? I was like, maybe anxiety. And he goes, okay, well, could it be an allergic response? I was like, absolutely. And like, this is best case scenario to catch it now before it turns into like an anaphylactic thing. You know what I'm saying? Like most allergic responses are unfortunately not breathing. So this is like best case scenario, but I still don't know what the fuck it was. No clue. Super glued cuts. Definitely haven't done that. Uh-huh. More clues as to why Katie is Katie. Oh, dude. Yeah. Oh, Enforcer. My dad's actually dead. He's my stepdad. I am so fucking sorry. Next time I see my stepdad, I will give him a monstrous hug because he's been a pretty dope stepdad. Considering I caused him to cut his finger off and he still is dope. He still talks to me like once a year. That's a good sign. I will. I'm so sorry. Bedbugs will never be removed from existence. No. They live in the streets in filth, and the moment weather warms up, they're going to come in on you. It's gross. This is why people in cities and shit, like, don't wear your shoes in your house. If you live in a city and you walk streets where people are pissing and puking and shitting and spreading bugs all the time, don't bring your shoes inside. Don't walk around with those. Goddamn, you have fuck, dude. What the hell is being dragged in on those shits? It started on your shins. Really, David? Ugh. We had a dorm breakout when I was in college. Breakout, like an entire dorm broke out in scabies. Was it scabies or bed bugs? I think it was scabies. It was scabies. And they emailed all the students on campus and they were like, hey, would you mind temporarily housing a student from the dorm that just broke out in scabies? No. You pay for a hotel, motherfucker. I'm not inviting scabies in my room. Are you kidding? Yes, I got bit by a squirrel. I tried to save its life. Of course you did. Of course, because you're Snow White. I can get things on like that on my skin from having too much sugar. And that's another thing it's hard to pin. I mean, technically you would think it was easier to pinpoint. It's harder because Zach he's like me. He doesn't eat all day. Like we wake up, have some coffee, water, whatever, get on with our day, and we don't eat until we're done working. So like he eats once a day and we eat the exact same food. We haven't had anything new or interesting. And food allergy usually kicks in really fast. Like usually with a food allergy, you'll get itchy right away. So that's why I think it's got to be something he came in contact with, like a weed outside or something. Something. Pollen, I don't know. I've been rototilling a lot, so maybe it's me turning up the dirt of my landfill yard. Oh my God, I rototilled. Man, rototilling is great. Let me tell you, like, that thing is amazing, but it's like, how do I say this? I guess it is. It's technically less work. I am getting exponentially more done in such a short amount of time, but it's still excessively hard to do. Like, the thing is like 50 pounds or something, and you got to like pick it up and shove it in. And my dirt, if you guys live anywhere where there's clay, that's what I have, is just like this rock hard fucking clay shit. And I've been going through the yard with this rototiller trying to rake up these really noxious weeds that literally have like 4-foot tap roots. My arms, I'm not kidding you, when I was done, I came in for movie night after doing my rototilling and whatnot, and I was standing at my desk with my phone. My arms started to shake just holding my phone. I was like, oh, I should stretch right now. Oh my God. It was, and today there's still like jello, fucking jello, but I'm gonna have fucking stacked arms. Yes. That's fucking whatever. My art will look good. Hopefully. It's hard fucking work, man. It looks so good. Like, it's so rewarding. There's a quote. I can't remember who said it. It's in a book or some old quote that's like, if you want to be happy for a year, get married. If you want to be happy for a decade, get a dog. If you want to be happy for your full life, make a garden. And I love it because it's just, I don't know. Like, it's literally just dirt right now, but it looks so much better than it did. Because like, you guys know, like, last year, hacking into it, I was trying to avoid buying a rototiller because it's fucking $300. So I bought a Matic, which is, like, this hardcore fucking, like, 15-pound pickaxe thing. Because that's the only way I could get through the goddamn clay in my yard. This rototiller is great, but man, I feel like jello today. My arms are like, but it's gonna be great when I actually have grass for my dogs to run on. That's gonna be so fucking nice. I know it's gonna get there. Hey, my shoulder actually feels kind of firm. That's a nice sign. What up, Knives? I was just telling everybody about my fucking rototiller. I'm addicted. I love it, but man, is it exhausting. And it's like, I have to rototill a big chunk, and then I have to go through it with like a steel rake and like level it out. And by the time I get to that leveling part, my arms are like, oh my God. I just have no upper body strength. It's absurd. Someday, my goal is by the end of the summer to not see my ribs. Like, I want this muscle to develop. However that does it. I would like that. Somehow. That's what, I mean, Knives, seriously, like, it's weird. It's, like, different from working out, because working out, I feel like there's nothing that actually takes my brain. So I'm just running, and I'm just like, just get it over with. The time's almost over. Just get it over with. But out there, it's like, all of a sudden, an hour and a half is gone, and you don't even realize it, because it's like you're actually going somewhere and doing something. I don't know how to put that. It's better for my mental space, and it feels like a harder workout, because I think I'm using my whole core and shit, because like I said, you're picking that fucking 50-pound thing up constantly and pushing it. I'm just bitching. I'm just really weak up top. Good morning, Vile. How are you? Oh, God, David, your poor sleep schedule. Apparently, leaning on my leg while wearing my new sweater caused bruises from the stitches. What? You got bruised because stitches? What? Literally one little bruise for each stitch. My fucking God. We had a day, yesterday between movies, I decided it would be really smart to take a shower really fast because I had done all that fucking yard work and I was just standing at my desk like sweaty and disgusting. And I was like, okay, we've got 10 minutes before the next movie. I'm going to take a shower. And while I'm in the shower, I'm like, you know what? Let's test fate. I bet I can shave my legs. Rapid fire. I posted a picture in movie night last night. I somehow raked across my ankle. Like 3 very deep cuts. I don't know how I did it. It stings. It looks like someone went like down my ankle. No clue how I did that, but that's what you get for trying to shave fast. Just leave your legs hairy. What the fuck was I doing? It's because, and Cocky note, I know there's a lot of people in this chat that actually understand this. This is why, because I was washing all of my bedding because of Zach's like skin thing. So I was like, I have to shave my legs. Shaved legs, fresh bedding. Is there anything better? And it was fabulous, but I have some weird cuts on my ankle now, and I don't know how I did that. We are, Dream, every fucking day. I feel like we're all just different versions of Sally from The Night Before Christmas, like sewing our arm back on, like, I'm fine. That's stuffing the leaves back. I'm fine. Stop staring. I'm fine. I'm great. I'm doing fine. I was gonna get a new phone delivered to me tomorrow, but I won't be opening it because AT&T straight up lied to me about the promotion they offered. Told me it'd be $70 a month, but the first preliminary bill said $225. Of course. That's literally one of the main reasons I got away from AT&T and Verizon and shit is they like the only way you can keep your phone bill at any reasonable price is to keep buying new phones to get those new phone bill promotions constantly. I don't want any of that at all. Google Fi is everything. I could not suggest Google Fi more to any of you. Google Fi is the best thing I've ever done. Mag, holy shit. Thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving any swings for 77 fucking months. We are falling apart. We've been around. Thank you. I appreciate you. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing is sexier than pure sober consent. Thank you. I had an itch. If I don't, crickets rub my legs together when I shave and have clean sheets. I have oh, yeah. 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 It's the rule. You must. As a man, I know that trying to shave fast is the one way, to getting a face that looks like Wolverine went to town on it. It looks like Wolverine, like, accidentally released his, like, Barbie's Wolverine claws on my ankle. That's exactly what it looks like. Like, if a Wolverine this tall came at my ankle and was like, it's exactly what it looks like across my ankle right now. It's very odd. I don't know how I did it. I didn't notice it till I got out of the shower and noticed blood fucking dripping down my leg. I'm only paying $77 a month with T-Mobile right now. Is there a reason you want to switch out of T-Mobile? We have AT&T, but it's only because my boyfriend's brother works at AT&T. My boyfriend used to also work for them, so therefore we have discounts. That's really nice. I went with Google Fi. I mean, I'm not a Google Fi sponsor by any means, but it's genuinely like the most it's like what T-Mobile used to do, like bare bones plan, bring your own phone in, pay for what you use, period, end of story. But the really huge perk to Google Fi, and this is great for anyone who travels or if you live on a border, it's international. So my phone works everywhere in the world and it doesn't charge me any extra. At any point, I can just get up and go to Jamaica. My phone will work, and I don't get get charged any extra. And man, that is everything. Everything. I got snicked. I did. Oh, and that's the other thing. Again, not a sponsor for Google Fi, but Google Fi has this has a contract with all the towers in the world. So essentially, what Google Fi does is Google Fi doesn't have its own towers. Google Fi uses everybody else's towers. So I never don't have reception. Like, if my phone reception isn't very good, like it's like 2 bars, I put my phone on airplane mode for 30 seconds, turn it back on, and it picks up a different tower. It can work. My phone works off of anybody's towers. So Verizon, AT&T, etc. There's nowhere in the world I don't have reception. It's fucking crazy. I think Google Fi just isn't really well known about, and a lot of people don't have it because there is no physical place to go. And a lot of people are still very antiquated, and they need to go to a physical store. They need to fucking hold a phone. They need to physically, like, sign up for a plan, and you don't do that with Google Fi. It's all online. But man, is it nice. My phone bill is so cheap. And, like, genuinely, so with 2 people on your phone bill is, like, I think $60 max. And then if you're on Wi-Fi all the time, it's literally that and that alone. Because I never leave. Like, I rarely, unless I have to go to Walmart in the middle of the night to get Benadryl for somebody. It's amazing. That's turbo. That's exactly what happened. I genuinely did not feel the cut until I got out, and now it stings. Now it hurts, but I didn't even feel myself do it. I have no idea how I did it. You're on the grandfathered in plan that takes $20 off the plan. That's nice. T-Mobile is like, ooh, hey, we're upping rates to $7 a month starting now. Exactly. Yeah, like that's it. It kind of feels like that's what Google Fi is trying to do, is what T-Mobile used to be. And it's just very bare bones. I started with a Pixel. I have the S23, 24, 25. I don't know. I've had my phone for a year and some change. You can tell by what one is this? 23 plus. There you go. I feel like people can tell by what the camera lenses look like because there's 5. What the fuck? 23 Ultra. There you go. I got it because it's the best for pictures. That's it. Like, this is a camera to me. Like, it's my camera. So it takes really good photos. But other than that, Zach has had the same Pixel since we signed up on Google Fi 5 years ago. If that says anything about Pixels, his still is great. I have to have AT&T. They're my biggest client, and if I have to face-to-face meetings with them, it would be awkward if I had another service. Yeah. But also, maybe it'd be a big ol' reality check for them. I don't know. Maybe. No, where did you put the bruises? Wait, no, I want to see your stitch bruises. Where did you put them? Ooh, David. Dude, phone plans here used to do that. We called it rollover, where it was like anything you didn't use the previous month would roll over into the next month. Nothing. Because I mean, basically, I don't even know if there's a phone plan out there that isn't like unlimited anymore. Everything's just unlimited. Health tab. I have to see these weird bruises. You genuinely got a... I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh, but you actually got one individual bruise for each stitch in your sweater. Ma'am. Can you send that to the sweater people? Your sweater attacked me. Individually, very, very particularly. Mag, by the way, I like your new name color. Is it different on 2 screens? No, it's the same. Something that's weird with Twitch, and I don't know why it does this, is I have 2 PCs. I run off a 2 PC system, so I have 2 chats open. One is for when we play games, and one is when we're not playing games. Sometimes your guys' names are different colors on each screen. So I have learned to associate each one of your names with 2 different colors. It's very weird. And I'll never know which one you chose. But Mag's the same on both right now. That's nice. Oh, it is chilly. There's wind. There must be some toros in the atmosphere. I said, brr. I don't think rollover exists anymore either, which is weird. Some good stitching. I mean, it punched. I have concerns. That sweater attacked. Hurts, I agree. It's very, like, do you remember? I remember, this wasn't that long ago. This was like, by the way, funny story, I'll tell you in a minute. Like, when I was in college, I went to college, like, 15 minutes from the Canadian border up into BC. So, back in the day, roaming and all that. So, I had, like, I probably had AT&T or something back in the day. And just being that close to the border, your phone would randomly pick up Rogers, which was the Canadian AT&T at the time. I have no idea what it's called anymore. But you know how you used to be able to look on your little screen and it would say AT&T in the bars, and then if you roamed, it would change and it would say Rogers or something. If that happened, like, because you could not go international with a phone. If you went to Canada with your phone, you turned your fucking phone off. Like, God, that bill, my mom would get a phone bill for like $500 because all month my phone would just randomly try to switch up to a Rogers tower. And my mom would literally have to call on the phone bill every single month and be like, my daughter lives in this town. She lives right next to the Canadian border. I don't know how to prove this, but she has not been to Canada, like, with her phone on. It was a fucking, and the anxiety. I mean, one time I went up to BC with an ex of mine, and we got lost in Vancouver, which is a massive fucking city with far too many one-ways, in my opinion. And we got lost, and so we were like, all right, we're going to turn our phone on for literally 1 second, pull open maps, like Apple Maps or whatever the fuck we had at the moment, take a screenshot, turn it off, and then we'll just literally zoom in on this map and follow highways to get home, to get back to the border. That 1 second of turning our phone on ended up being a $75 charge. It was insane. But side note, so last night when Zach had this crazy allergic reaction really randomly and I had to go out to Walmart and get a bunch of Benadryl and shit, he's okay now when we just don't know what caused it. But when I went out, I was like, I'm going to go get him a treat or something. So I went to McDonald's to get him a large French fry. Silver Zen, thank you so much for sounding the class, keeping the classy alive and giving an ace wings for a fucking year. That's a long goddamn time, and I appreciate you. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent, and thank you. So I go to McDonald's, and I'm in the drive-thru, and I haven't been in a fucking fast food drive-thru in a million years. But the little worker people are just, like, bullshitting in there. And I hear this conversation. Wait, how old are you? No, you can't be 16. You're not only 16. I am 17. Can you even believe it? Holy shit. I am a junior and I'm just sitting in my car like. And then he hands me my fries and called me ma'am. Time. They're gonna blink and be in my position. That's the funny part. I cannot believe you're only, it's so skibbity. It felt very brain rotty, but I mean, it's so weird because I'm sure I'm not the only one. I can viscerally remember my 16-year-old taco time job. Like, it is so stained in my brain. I could name everybody I worked with still. It's crazy. Like, that is so formative. Your first job. And I haven't stopped working since. I went to Lake Erie a few years ago and was so confused when my phone sent a text to me saying, welcome to Canada. Yep, that's the border. I was in a Discord call last night and, hey, Hertz, do you know someone from Lincoln named Holly? Me and this dude from AZ know the same person randomly. That shit, small fucking world. It is a small fucking world. I mean, that's like me going to Loveburn randomly, and one of the people in my camp, very specifically, I literally worked with at Hopkins, was a pharmacist I coded people with. And we did not previously know we were going to camp together. Small world, dude. It's a huge world, but God, is it small at the same time. It's so weird. I feel like I need a burp. Do they have readable colors checked on one of them? What do you mean? Readable color? Wait, did I miss something? Readable colors. The first time I was called ma'am, I was 19. And it was someone I went to high school with. I mean, what else do you call someone? Like, at first I was like, do I look like a ma'am? And then I was like, actually, I think I called everyone ma'am. Sir and ma'am? What else do you say? Here you go, buddy. I don't know what else to say. I think that's just polite. 30-year-olds are practically dead already. Like, come on, damn dummies walking around. I know. I died 7 years ago. I've been dead for years. You guys know this. The AT&T lady that lied to me was 20, and I forgot she wouldn't know what the Sidekick phone would be. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I think the Sidekick's older than the person you talked to on the phone. I don't remember having conversations like that. Being a latchkey kid, I had adult conversations that I didn't want to have. Wait, if you were a latchkey kid, that means no one was home. 'Cause same. I mean, my conversations were with adults I worked with at Taco Time, if that makes sense. Felt real out there. Oh, if you click the settings cog right below the chat and go to chat settings at the top, you'll see it. Hold on. I don't have chat settings. I have chat appearance. Readable colors is checked. Is that a thing? Is that why it's changing people's things? No, you're cool. Is that what it is? Is that why it changes people's name colors? Because I'm here to tell you it doesn't make it any more readable. Interessante. Ma'am is polite, as is sir. Exactly. I think that's just yes, ma'am. God damn it! I'm a Ms. I'd much rather people assume a Ms. Dead husbands. I'm a Ms. All the Mrs. This was an in-person AT&T thing, so I got to see your confused reaction. I was purchasing the Optimus Prime Lego at Target. Wait, you did it in person and they still lied to you about your plan? Wow. It changes the color of your name so you can see it clearer. Interesting. I wonder if, I mean, so seriously, it like sometimes it actually changes your guys' name color to the point where I can't see it at all. But I have dark mode. I have like dark reader and dark mode. I have dark. I make my computer as dark as fucking possible in any way, shape, or form. I wonder if it fucks with it that way. Yeah, Val, that's pretty bad. I'm sorry that happened. That's pretty fucking bad. In the 80s and 90s, I don't remember anyone ever asking me, where are your parents at? I guess they knew and just had to deal with me the best. No one ever asked. Do people ask that question? Where are your parents at? That reminds me of that commercial. Oh my God. Wow. What was that fucking commercial that used to come on at nighttime? It's something o'clock. Do you know where your kids are at? Oh my God, there was a commercial that literally had to remind parents to fucking figure out where their kids are. Holy shit. Yes, it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? What the fuck? Was that the news? Wow, that is a sense memory that just popped up in my head. That was real, right? It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your chat is? Hopefully off in left field. Weird. My computer is dark like my soul. He's right there. You can't see him, but he's laying right next to me. My void boy. They have all the beds in the world, and yet they choose to lay on the carpets right at my feet. Love them. I ask it. Okay, well, Cocky, that's understandable. I'd be concerned if you didn't. Good morning, Genova. How are you, love? Boomer parents were lazy as fuck. I mean, okay, Mishy though. I mean, I'm not saying anyone's not lazy or lazy. Let's just put that out there right now. But like, is it like, for instance, one time my dad with a broken leg and a cast and crutches like limped his gimpy ass down all the stairs of our 3-story house just to come into the basement to see if I was doing drugs. Whereas nowadays, parents just text. Which one's lazier, forgetting about us or just never even seeing us because you can just text us? I don't know. I wasn't raised in a cell phone era. I was not raised in an era where my parents didn't learn how to text till I was like late 20s. That was just not their jam. They like tried to scream into their phone and hope it worked. But I don't know. Good morning, Anubis. How are you? And it's in reference to our cats. Wait, do you ever not know where they are, though? Wait, question for chat. I have a glass-sided case, and I'm thinking of etching the glass. Will this cause any issue to the PC? As long as the glass stays in one full piece and there's no, like, cracks, it should be fine. What I've been told and been taught by the IT people and all these wonderful, wonderful people in chat is that the case is specifically designed to have a very particular airflow in it. So if you don't have that case side on, it fucks up the airflow and actually doesn't get as cool. It doesn't do the cooling as well as it could if it was an enclosed space like it's supposed to be. So as long as you don't, what's the word, compromise the glass, you should be fine. As long as it can still go on and it's still like encasing the PC, I don't think etching would fuck with it. I think you're okay. have a whole soul? I'm a ginger hybrid. I only got half of one. I guess it was half off. Oh, bless. I don't know about people with black brown hair. Do we have souls? Probably. Good morning, Guitar. How are you, love? We did the dinner and ready text since both me and my brother were in our rooms playing video games most of the time. That's what I'm saying. None of that existed. It was screaming. You got yelled. It was yelling. Like, it wasn't, I mean, this is what I'm saying. It wasn't any better than, like, texting dinner's ready. It was standing at the top of the stairs because I was in the basement. Dinner! Down the stairs. And if I didn't hear it, then, I mean, within 5 minutes, you'd hear the boom, 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 boom. Did you not hear me? Your father is up at the table. And we'd be like, ah! And run upstairs. It was a lot of yelling. To get them to, like, communicate. Not just yelling to be mean, but just to communicate. Yeah, oh yeah, I mean, Glut brings up a very valid point. Please take it off the case before you etch it, probably, right? That would be smart. Yeah. Yep. Have you ever been to a venue called the Junkyard? I have not. What is that? I used to leave the door off my case and use a giant fat box fan to cool it. I did that once, and that's when I was taught, like, that's actually not better for it. That if it's not cooling, you need a better cooler. I mean, if you can. Good morning, Rach. How are you? That depends on how they have the fan set up. There can be a push-pull fan setup. Okay, there you go. There's variations. I do not have that variation. I don't think the etching solution doesn't go that far into the glass, but I'll look. Thanks. Absolutely, yeah. I think you should be okay. Like, as long as it's just not, I mean, don't shatter the glass, obviously, but yeah. Oh, the good old days. I know. I text my hubby a lot while we're in the same house. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. I just, like, you know, I can't call my parents lazy for needing a commercial to know where I was at 10 p.m. when, like, the vast majority of parents out there give their 5-year-old cell phones because they're like, how else am I supposed to find my 5-year-old? They're 5. So, shouldn't they be with you? But who the fuck am I? You know, right? I don't know. My mom put a leash on me. I got no room. I got no room there at all. I had this friend in her 30s who was like, I wonder why my kids have so many anger issues. And I pointed out to her that 90% of her communication to her kids was screaming. And I was like, hey, maybe that's why. Did it click? Wait, your brother slept-walked and played hide and seek in his sleep? Absolutely not. Your brother's possessed by a demon. Did you know that? That's Satan. I have two 140 fans pulling air into the case with the same on my cooler fan from the back of the case. 120 fan pulling the hot air. Damn. I didn't even think to not take it off the case. Yeah, I assumed that wouldn't be, like, especially because you're using a Cricut. How would you even get it through? No, I don't want to know. Let's not even brainstorm that. Let's not. Cheers. No shit. It's like a concert. So it's called the Junkyard event. Ooh, I'm gonna have to check it out. I had no idea. It's called a Junkyard event. I've never even heard of it, but that sounds like a fucking good lineup. Good morning, Permission. How are you? Look in your house first to see if you have a 5-year-old still in it. Just a guess, right? Like, if it's 5, it's probably next to you begging for something, like attention or food. I'd never even heard of it. I sleepwalked so much that I would climb down from my loft bed, go down the stairs to sleep on the couch. I also woke up from a dream where I was peeing at a stand-up urinal, and I was actually standing in the kitchen peeing in a tall kitchen trash can. That's amazing. The Junkyard. Oh, Jade, I'm gonna have to check it out. I'm writing it down. Because that's a fucking lineup. I'd never even heard of it. Good morning, Socrates. How are you, love? Continue to be the resistance, always and forever. I don't think we could be any different if we wanted. There's a How to Optimize Your Case Airflow by J2Sense VOD on YouTube. You can search that. Oh, that's kind of nice. That's probably really nice for people that have hot PCs. No, I've never been. I mean, it sounds like it's new, so I've never even been. 140, damn. My 5-year-old just came in asking if I needed my light on. Is it because you dropped shampoo on your foot? Yeah, at least it was in the trash can. I was going to say Zeke used to sleepwalk when he was a little kid, and he has a very similar story, but it ended up in a closet. Like, he had a dream that he was peeing in the bathroom, but he opened the door to the closet and just pissed in a fucking closet. As a child, sleepwalkers, you're scary. I was woken up from a dead sleep by this dark shadow, flies over my waterbed and giggles and hides on the opposite side of the door. Oh my God. No. My father thunders down the stairs in his tighty whities, flipped on my light, the big one, and dragged my brother from my bed with him screaming, "Freedom for the Goblin King." I, I would never sleep again. What? Free the fucking Goblin King. I know. And he was never allowed to watch The Labyrinth again. Oh, that. Who is the Goblin King? Is it the kid? No, same. Same. Hold on, I have to read this again. This is so good. Your brother. I was woken up from a dead sleep by this dark shadow, flies over my waterbed, giggles. This is so fucked up. Giggles. And hides on the opposite side of the door. My father thunders down the stairs in his tighty whities, flips on my light, the big one, and drags my brother from my bed with him screaming, "Freedom for the Goblin King!" Your brother might be a demon. I would literally never sleep again. That is fucking. How old were you? Oh my God. Hurt said, we had just watched The Labyrinth and I'm the gay one. Holy Link. It's okay, honey. It happens to the best of us. That. How old were you? I have so many questions. Do you have any other stories about your brother flying across your waterbed screaming obscenities? Because this is you. That could be a movie. Are you kidding? Freedom for the Goblin King! What? Thank you for that. That's one of the best things I've ever heard in my life. In my life. Freedom for the Goblin King. Like, I don't even know what to do with that. That's so glorious. Is your brother still fun? Is he like. Imagine if he screamed Berserker or some shit, right? As you wish! And he was asleep. Wait, but he was asleep the whole time, right? That makes it so much weirder. Good morning, Berserker. That's so funny. Fucking what? No. Did you scream? I was 13. I'd never sleep again. Never. I would never sleep again. You are a brave son of a bitch. I would lock that bitch's door. I sleep eat, but my brother takes the cake. I also have stories when we were kids. He slept walking outside and started peeing in the middle of the street, and that's when we got chain locks on outdoor doors. Yeah, when kids start sleepwalking out the house, that's yeah. What you both sleep do? I was gonna say sleep shit, but that's not it. You both do stuff in your sleep. It's so interesting because there's actually like I'm sure you've heard about it. There's like this weird, it's a chemical in your head that for some reason is lacking. So like you kind of try to enact your dreams a little bit. It's really weird. Like we've all seen the videos of like dogs that'll be running and then get up and run in their sleep and run straight into a wall or something. Like there's something that tells our brains to not get up and do things while we're sleeping, and you don't have it. Nah, that usually wakes me up. Sleep shitting. Just imagine waking up in bed and pushing. Like, do you stop? Do you just get, like, what do you do? If you've already shit, do you finish? My brain tells me to not get up and do things while awake. I mean, right? Like, my brain can't figure shit out awake. Asleep? If I tried to reenact my dreams, oh my God. No, I'd be in jail. No. I had another one of those I'll have what he's having dreams. Wait, did you dream high? Is that what, did you do it? Neighbors are like, what the fuck? Oh, that's Kyle. Don't worry about them. They're sleepwalking. Just make sure they're not in the road. They'll wake up soon. Just two kids wandering one corner of a street. So fucked. I know, me too. I'm loading a bowl. That is one of the best things I've ever heard. Like, just, that could be a comic strip. That's how I'm picturing it in my head, is like a comic strip. Like you, peaceful, in your bed, asleep, and then just suddenly some dark shadow flying across a waterbed, giggling maniacally. And it's a child, so the giggle is inherently fucked up, because no child giggles in an okay way. It's always like, what the fuck? And then like half-naked dad flying into the room, light on. Come here, little mother. The Goblin King! Like, what the fuck? That's a comic strip. That's incredible. Thank you for that. That's beautiful. Hank and I went to a birthday party yesterday. All adults. We did an obstacle course. Fuck yes. I made the winning shot. Fuck yes. Musical chairs and charades. It was so much fun. 10 out of 10. Can't wait to party with them again. Fuck yes. I miss playing fun games like that. I know, that might be my favorite Goblin King story. We're all familiar with the Labyrinth and the Goblin King. But like, your brother is the Goblin King, I think. Or wait, was your brother a goblin? Oh my God. I dream about being in space a lot. I'd be dead if I acted mine out. I feel like I don't remember a lot of my dreams, but the dreams I have, you reminded me of them actually. The dreams I have, it's usually like I'm in space. I'm in some sort of zero gravity atmosphere where I'm in space or I'm underwater, and I suddenly realize I can't breathe here, and I start to panic. And then this moment clicks where it's like, either you can breathe or you can't. And I take a big inhale, and 100% of the time, all of a sudden, I can breathe water, and I'm like, I'm a mermaid in my dream. But it's always precursored by this horrible panic for a while of like, this is not where I belong. Oh God, how did I get here? It's really weird. Dreams are weird. I want to feel that I'm the Goblin King. I know. How come I don't get dreams where I giggle and am the Goblin King? I don't get dreams like that at all. Although I did have some dreams that were really similar to Control. I have dreams sometimes where like I have magic powers or whatever. Like I was talking about this one recently, I think with you guys, where I had this dream. I've had this it's not the exact same dream, but it's a reoccurring concept in dreams where I know I'm a witch. I know I can fly on a broom, but it takes like insane amounts of effort to do it. So like I get a broom and I mount it and I have to sit there and be like, like in Kiki's Delivery Service at the end when she has to make not her broom fly. You should watch Kiki's Delivery Service. Very much that. And then all of a sudden I can fly and I get like a good second of dream of flying and then it's over. But I have a lot like that where it's like, I know I can do something, but it's not easy. And I'm like, oh, I'm asleep though and I'm tired. which is odd. That's why we drive. Takes too much. I know. Ugh. Good morning, Jackie. How are you, love? One kid sleepwalking, screaming Goblin King, and points to the other sleepwalking kid who screams, "They can't take my freedom!" in the middle of the fucking street at 4 a.m. Went out of town this weekend. Nephew had a speed skating competition. Fuck yes. 125 miles away. Went up to see it. Was a nice weekend. Also bought a 50-50 ticket and ended up winning $351. Fuck yes. Dude, you took all of everyone's luck this past weekend, I think. Because the rest of us just inadvertently injured ourselves a lot. I don't know. Like, literally, Cocky got bruises from stitches in a sweater. Like, none of us are rolling great these days. I don't know what's going on. We are falling apart. Go buy a lottery ticket. Well, I guess you technically already did. You got a 50-50. Just kidding. You kind of did it. Because I have touch sight synesthesia, so I lucid dream every night. Oh, God. I know when I'm dreaming because the gravity is different. When I notice the gravity difference, I start to jump really high. See, and that's I feel like I'm on the edge in most of the dreams that I remember. I'm on the edge of realizing I control this and I can do whatever I want. And by the time I realize that, I wake up. Every time. Yeah, cut by an ice cube. Mysteriously cut myself like 5 times in a row on my ankle with a shaver. Perfectly, no idea how. Shampoo on the foot, bruises by stitches in a sweater. We're not doing well. We're okay, but like... Right? Exactly! Time Factor is Deb. The rest of us are dealing with Tammy. What the fuck? Give it up. It's time to be fair. I was in the woods with witches and wizards doing shit, then realized a friend I thought was alive was dead. I saw him through a reflective elevator door to the underworld. He gave me a manila folder of his character sheet as a person. I listed the body of another friend. I confronted the other friend and found out he's possessed the first friend's body with his own soul to come back. I told him that opens pathways for dark entities. Found out he made a deal with a demon to come back and take my friend's body. I fought him. Then I got taken to see the goddess Diana, who said they'd set it right. I went back and dragged the soul out of one friend's body, sent him back to the underworld, and the first friend's soul was brought up out of the underworld and put back in the... That is so much detail to remember from a dream. I'm seriously just baffled. Dreams are like seconds. Like the dreams we have in the night literally are like 1 second of just like a brain vomit, and that's what you got out of your brain vomit is fucking impressive. It sounds like a D&D campaign. Genuinely, it does. I found out that he made a deal with a demon to come back and take my friend's body. I fought it. That is crazy. What the fuck? I have weird dreams where I'm either on the beach or in a weird house with a bunch of different rooms. Like each room takes me to a different house I used to live in or have visited. Oh, Jackie, I have a very similar... I haven't had one in a very long time, but I have a similar concept in my brain where it's like I have reoccurring dreams in this house that's like an amalgamation of all the houses I've lived in as a kid. So like the outside of the house looks like one very specific house from when I was a kid. And when you go in the back door, it's very like the stairs going up to stairs, kitchen, bathroom, like exactly the layout. But as I start to go into the house, it starts to like expand and get bigger and bigger and bigger. And each room is like leads to a bedroom that shouldn't be in that house, but it was a bedroom of mine. It's really fucking weird. I have those too. Very rarely, but I have those. And it's like everything's bigger. So I think my brain is like computing this house as the age I was in that house. If that makes sense, because like nothing's ever been big to me since I was this big, and now everything like in this house, it's just bigger. Like the banisters are bigger. Everything's a little bit bigger than it should be. It's like the oldest house, but I have no cool powers at all, and no one's there. I had a split fish dream last night. I was in a retail store in Texas dressed as a generic employee, while the other person I could only see from behind that was in a suit for a stockbroker job. I woke up because the other person was faceless, with googly eyes pasted on when they turned around. Fuck off. That's a nightmare, though. That's a nightmare. I'd have the same 6 or so dreams so often I could control them. They weren't good dreams, so the ability to control was great. That is what I seek. I've had complex conversations with people in my dreams, ending with mentioning that, quote, nothing will happen because this is a dream. What the fuck? It was weird and very intense. I woke up and immediately wrote it out for a friend because she likes to know when I have dreams involving pagan themes, and it was the goddess Diana in it. Oh, 100%. I mean, I feel like a dream like that, to remember that much detail, you'd have to write it out the moment you wake up. Because the more you try to remember, the more you start to forget. God, that's weird. If only it was the oldest house. I'd have way cooler powers. I keep track of where I've lived based on the house apartment I was in when it happened. Same. Like my childhood, I can't ever remember like what age or what grade I was in, but based on what house we lived in, that's when I can like bundle it, because I know each place we lived in and how many years we lived there, but we moved so much. That's kind of how I segment my childhood, is the houses we lived in. The outside shell is my grandma's house. Isn't that weird? And I always wonder, like, why that one house? Why did my brain, the outside shell is, and like you said, yours is your grandma's house. Mine is this very specific house in Snohomish, Washington. An old Victorian my mom bought before she married my stepdad. It's so, and we didn't live there longer than any other house or anything like that. It's just, that's the house my brain has decided was home. And all the other homes end up amalgamated into it in a weird, man, I do feel like I'm talking about the oldest house right now. Cheers. Cheers to the Goblin King. It's just the best thing ever. I had a dream that me and some other human arrived to another planet where animals left Earth and evolved to bipedal beings that could only speak basic first grade English, like me. I got separated from the other humans, and the animals feared me at first because they know we kill ourselves. Even conversation, I had to come up with the most basic words to be understood. Imagine having to stop and be like, wait, what's the word I should use the entire dream? I can't even imagine, but it kind of sounds fun. It sounds like a video game. The goddess Diana was in a sleek, modern penthouse played by a Hollywood actress in her 50s and wearing a tracksuit. What kind of tracksuit? My sister, you know what's funny? My sister has a tattoo of Diana on her thigh, and I have a tattoo of a dead deer on my thigh. She is the huntress. I am the hunted. Let's fucking go. It wasn't on purpose. Just totally ironic that we did that. Coincidence? Maybe not ironic. I think coincidence. Coincidence is the word I'm looking for. Don't forget to tip your waitress. I'll be here all... Dude. To the Goblin King. No shit. I've been writing down my dreams since 2007. I have so many dream journals. Really? I've always meant to. And then when I wake up in the morning and I remember a dream, I'm just far too lazy to write it down. And I'm like, you know what? I won't care later anyways. Ever. But I've tried. Just the tip, just a little bit, just to see how it feels. I haven't seen Chaos yet, but I've heard good things. I only dream when I don't smoke. Oh, same. Oh, Jackie, dude. I mean, it's so infrequent that I don't smoke before bed, let's be real. But like, let's say I'm on a tea break or traveling. Therefore, I don't have my regular sit by my bed bong. I have some of the most vivid, fucking weird, goddamn dreams. Just like borderline not sleeping weird dreams. I can't remember any because it's been a while, but man, I have some of the most fucked up dreams if I'm sober. Like, my brain doesn't know what to do, and it's like, here's some shit, and I'm like, what? No, absolutely not. It's weird. Weird. It's weird. I'm not a big fan. I would not date a goddess, but it wouldn't be up to me. No, and honestly, she'd probably make her look like a swan, and you'd end up fucking a swan, and you'd feel even weird. Be like, do I feel weird because I fucked a swan, or do I feel weird because I fucked a goddess? Like, do we have a child? Am I pregnant? Am I a mother now? It's a confusing time. Really, you'll remember your dreams the more you write them down. Really? Like a psychological kind of thing? I don't remember my dreams, whether I'm sober or not, when I go to sleep. Ever. Because I very rarely, I'm talking like a couple times a year, I'll remember a dream. Jade, thank you so much for summoning the class. Keeping the classy line, giving it swings for 13 fucking months.
Go forth and be consensual, bitch, because nothing is better than sweet, sober consent. And I love you and appreciate you.
I love you, Katie. Thank you for being here and creating a space for all of us weirdos to vibe. Abso-fruitly. My mods and I will attempt to maintain that safe space for the all of eternity, I think. Or at least until we're dead. I don't know. We'll do our best. I remember being a kid and not being sure if I was dreaming or if it was real. I had this dream a lot. A little native girl would come into my room and want to play. She would transform into this giant cat-like creature, stand between my doors for my closet and hallway door, and open and close them, asking me to play with her. What the fuck? No. I'd look out my window and see a man standing under the Japanese cherry blossom tree in our yard. I would just feel horrible vibes from him and feel like it was watching me. Did you ever get up and play? Because you shouldn't have. Is it an issue though, Rage? Your dreams sound kind of badass. I've done dream journals and I can wake up, jot it down, and fall back asleep. But if I go pee, I'm instantly awake. Amen. Hallelujah. What the fuck is with that? Tolerance break dreams are fucking wild. Fucking wild. It's like, I don't know what it is. Why, but wow. Absolutely not. You never remember your dreams ever. I mean, same. Like, there's I'm old now. I don't want to say a handful. There's probably a good number of dreams that have stuck with me because they were so fucking weird and they like stained my brain. But I very, very rarely remember a dream in any way, shape, or form ever. But tea break ones, those are fucking weird. I know I have them because I can get to that sleep phase where I can remember them seldomly, but I go into that sleep state so often I don't remember them in most cases. I mean, they say, this is theoretical because sleep is still a big mystery, but they say if you constantly remember your dreams, you're actually kind of not sleeping as soundly as you should. Like, you're not really completing that full REM cycle because your brain is waking up too much to pay attention to the dream for your body to actually dump that information, which is actually what it's trying to do. It's like dumping short-term, long-term memory that we just don't need anymore. And when you like hyper-focus and like there's something to it where you don't sleep as solidly, but I don't know. Who the fuck knows? Yeah, dreams aren't being stored in long-term memory, but if you can grasp a couple of images and move those into long-term memory by writing them down, others will follow. I think that's what I've done with some dreams, not writing them down, but they've just been so formative, like so weird that they stuck. Traumatic dreams can be very traumatic and detailed. I mean, maybe an edible. I don't know. Anybody in chat that I'm not going to name by name or point out for any reason in particular take any edibles recently and sleep really good? Anyone? Cause it's some of the dankest sleep you'll ever have and no hangover. It's incredible. Incredible. Metaphorically raise his hand. Same. Hand check. Yeah, same. It's some pretty fucking good sleep. And that's, I mean, assuming you don't overdo it so you're not waking up high. Rage lied to me, told me Reacher was all out and the final episode comes out next week. I mean, maybe Rage is in the future. Like, what if we've just run into a time traveler and now we can out them? Oh, that's a good question, Glut. Do you notice a difference in anything relating to dreams? Like dream frequency, remembering dreams, dream intensity, like anything pre and post CPAP? Just curious. Because like legitimately, I'm gonna guess no, simply because I don't think Glut slept pre CPAP. He just laid down and suffocated for a few hours a night. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if any dreams. Really? I think I remembered my dreams more before the CPAP. Interesting. Interessante. See, I guessed wrong. I would have no idea. That's interesting. The most vivid dreams are when I don't sleep well. If I have a traumatic dream, chances are it's because I'm having tummy issues. Yeah. I think that's what happens when we take tea breaks is because inevitably weed makes us sleep better because a lot of us smoke weed medicinally. So when you take that away, we're restless and we're not sleeping as well. Therefore, our dreams are kind of fucked up and we remember them a lot more. I don't know. Cats snore? That sounds bad for my... Oh, that's true. That's true. Ooh, Glut, that's nice. That's a pro. I gotta say, the wildest dream I've had was my Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer dream. It was a Christmas Eve. I was about 7. Anyways, I was lying in my parents' bed and heard bells. I then saw a silhouette with a glowing red dot and figured out it was Santa. I heard them hooves on my roof and then saw Rudolph sitting next to my bed staring at it. Shut the fuck up. I would cry. There's no way Rudolph should go from on my roof and being magical to in my room staring at me as a deer with a light up fucking nose from Chernobyl. Ugh. Oh my god, your cats snore? Oh, that's the cutest thing I've ever heard. I didn't know cats snore. Shut the fuck up. They're so elegant to snore. Like snore. My dogs don't even snore. Ever. What? That's adorable. When my health is better in my CPAP student's job, I really don't have insane dreams. That's just leading me to believe that dreams mean not good sleep again then. They do. Is it cute? My wife would have crazy lucid dreams and she had a complete control. Oh God, that she had complete control over until she got on anxiety meds. Then they stopped completely. Like the control or the dreams or yes. Because I would hope yes, because man, I would hate for her to go into fucking lucid dreams and have no control now. Fuck that. When she snores, it's a hum meow. God, that's cute. Both. Okay, good. Good. I've never had a lucid dream, but I've heard they're kind of horrific if you don't have that level of control of them. Like, they're kind of fucking scary. What up, Quill? Thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the classy alive. I'm giving Ace 46 fucking months. That's a really long time, and I appreciate you. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways. And thank you for the Prime sub. Don't forget your Prime subs. Jeff Bezos? Jeff Bezos makes billions of dollars and does nothing for the world. Use your Prime sub. Doesn't have to be here. Just use it somewhere. Find someone who needs a smile. I was terrified, but I admit I believed in Santa longer than most kids because of that dream, and I thought Santa was a demon and trying to trick us into being materialistic. Dream, did you get to see that episode of Love, Death, and Robots the other night? There's a Santa episode. I want to say in the 3rd season, if not the end of the 2nd season. Just because what you just described to me seems more horrific, I think you should watch it. I don't think it'll do anything to you. I think you should watch it. You should watch that. Cause damn. This is all I have to say about that. It's one of the reasons I changed my name because I learned how to lucid dream. Really? Interesting. How does that work with your, like, does it get ruined for you, Vile, if you fuck up your sleep schedule? Like, say you have to work an overnight or you have to work some, like, 2 a.m. shift or some stupid shift like that. Does that fuck up your ability to do that? What if we weren't good? That episode is fucking wild. Cocky, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving it a for 62 fucking months. I appreciate you and love you. Go forth and don't get bruised by your sweater. I'm so sorry. That's still up on my computer. Your dots. I'm happy I'm not the only person that just, like, gets this shit. Like, what's that odd injury I can't explain? Oh, did the stitching in my sweater hurt me? Okay. Because that makes sense. Whatever. Cheers. Do you, this is a question for lucid dreamers out there. Like, I genuinely look forward to being completely unconscious. Like, if I could just unconscious for like 6 months, I would. I feel like I'd come back real refreshed. Do you ever get pissed that you can't? Like, you never get a break. I feel like you lay down and go to bed and then you're doing more. You just keep going. Like, my waking hours are very much like that. Like, I wake up, I stand up, I never stop going until like 10 o'clock at night. And then I'm just like, and I just die. But if all of a sudden I laid down and then woke up again in a lucid dream and had to like complete more things, I think I'd be angry. Like, you ever pissed you don't get a fucking break? Lieutenant Lynn, thank you for that follow. Welcome to my channel. Because it sounds exhausting. No shit, I can only do it well when I'm sober. Okay, that makes sense. It is a mean sweater. You have a mean sweater. It's lucid charts, goddammit. Same, though. In Kakie's defense, it does have a giant skull on the back, so I kind of feel it shows violence. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Yes. Maybe it was trying to become, it was fusing to you. Oh my god. Imagine a horror plot where clothes suddenly started to fuse to the people wearing them. It opens with a really, really tired nurse getting off night shift, walking in the door, going upstairs to their shower, and going to pull their scrubs off that are covered in some sort of human bodily fluid when they realize, oh, they're stuck. Oh my god. Terrifying. One of my childhood dreams that I still remember to this day, I was hanging out with a neighbor and I got a cut on my arm. I started freaking out because stuff started coming out of it and I didn't know how to stop it. I've had dreams. I mean, that sounds like dreams I've had, like where my teeth, like a tooth falls out and I can't stop teeth falling out, but like I still have teeth. I'm like, where are the teeth coming from? Am I a shark? I've had those dreams and I just start to freak out because I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. There's nothing to be done. My teeth are falling out. Like, what the? And it's like, they just keep happening. And it's like, you're in maybe a public, like, for some reason, I have a lot of dreams like that on a dock. I don't know why. I think I grew up on a lake. We didn't have a dock, but for some reason, a lot of the time, I'm like walking out on a dock of a lake, and that's when my teeth start to fall out. Or I like something like that that's just like totally out of my control, and you just have that panic in your sleep when you're supposed to be resting because like I can't get all my teeth out. What? Why did that make sense in a dream? I've been Wolverine and a werewolf and a wizard and Iron Man in my dreams. They've been pretty sweet. I've been a lot of things too, but it's very infrequent. Very infrequent. For me, I feel like I never actually slept. Sleep makes me anxious. My kid dreams were horrific. They're worse as an adult. Do you have like night terror kind of things where you're like stuck? But you can do anything. But like, what if I look forward to doing nothing? Like the only moments of my existence where I am truly relaxed is when I'm unconscious. So you take that away? Like, I feel like if my brain got a hold of dreams, it would be like, and just like, it would be the same chaos that's happening all day. Like, I don't want my brain to have that. That's not its time. It's time to go down, go, shut down time. That's when Katie needs her precious quiet place of just unconscious. I look forward to that, man. I don't like sleeping. I think it's a waste of time, but it's real nice to not listen to the constant inside dialogue for at least 6 hours-ish a night. It's like, I would be pissed if you took that from me, genuinely. Hello, mother, you hear whispered in your ear. We're finally done. No. The teeth falling out dreams are fucking awful. They're horrible. I hate them. I've actually had more, I've had more dreams where my teeth crumble. Those are fucking, like literally I'm just talking to someone and I go, and they start to crumble and I can just feel them like, just start to fall apart like breadcrumbs in my mouth. I do not enjoy those dreams. And I always wake up like, okay, all right, yeah, they're real. We're good. It was dreams, but man, I hate them. Hate them. I think it comes with my mom mode. Because I was a queen of catnaps, and now I feel like I have it to sleep like that. Oh, probably 100%. And it's that constant awareness. Like, from what I gather from mothers, whom are friends of mine, there isn't one moment of your life, whether you're sleeping or awake, that you are not consciously thinking about your children and worrying about them ever. ever. Like, I found this quote recently. I told you guys it the other day. It was one of the most tragic things about being a parent is that you're raising something that you can't live without to live without you. Brain melted me. I don't have kids. Brain melted me. Brain melt. Like, I do that, a fraction of that with the dogs. You know, like, if they're not both in this room with me, I'm like, where are they? What are they doing? Genuinely, one of them's not here and I'm anxious. Like, what are they getting into? Are they dead? What happened? I guess at one point you just have to trust they're not going to die. Oh my god, imagine a horror film scenario where where your clothing fuses to your body and you're wearing pastel paisley. Leisure suit. If I don't smoke, I wake up during the night with my fight or flight instinct triggered, feeling like something in the room super unpleasant. Doesn't happen every night though, thankfully. Thank fuck. I mean, I genuinely, like, I have a little bong by my bed and I take a hit before I go to bed. I don't know the last time I slept sober. I don't want to though, honestly. I sleep really well when I do. I don't lucid dream as much as reality creeps in. Like, I have music playing IRL, it will be in my dream. Ooh. I hated sleeping with a retainer. I always had my mouth stuck closed in dreams. I wonder if that's something to do with your synesthesia. Is that what it's called? Perfect, Vissy. Thank you. This is perfect timing because I almost have to pee and we're probably going to take a break and then I'll jump in. I had them to where I'm laying in bed and think a serial killer or something outside trying to break into my house and was killing people outside. That is so scary. I'm so sorry you have those dreams. The crumble in your mouth, they're the worst. I hate them. Like, and then I'm panicking because I'm like, what do I do with all the tooth crumbles? Seriously, people, we're so fucking creative here. Why aren't we all rich? No motivation. I don't know. Because none of us have the personality traits to stomp on other people to get rich. And I just don't see how else you become rich. Like, I don't know. I genuinely have no idea. Same with teachers. I have dreams about my school kids all the time. I'm sure. Absolutely. How could you not? That is human. I mean, I think one of the most basic human instincts, and I mean very, very feral instincts we have is to protect the weak, i.e. protect the old and the young, protect people who are at a disadvantage. That is just, I mean, it's something you don't even think about, you know, kids in the street, you run out and protect that kid. You don't think about getting hit. I mean, that's just, I think that's human nature, and you being inundated in children all the time. I don't know how you don't worry about them being a decent human. Like, that's just, I think that's normal. This is the exact reason I won't do acid or similar drugs, CK. My subconscious is enough of an asshole when I'm asleep. No way I'm giving that bastard free range while I'm awake. Have you watched Taylor Tomlinson's stand-up, Crispy? Look at you. Look at you. 'Cause you should. Oh. I quote her a lot. You might watch her stand-ups and be like, wow, Katie steals material. I just quote her all the time. What? Not ashamed to admit it. She's fucking hilarious. So disgustingly relatable when it comes to being a neurospicy piece of shit sometimes. But she has a little bit where she says, she's like opening the stand-up. This is the very beginning. And she's like, what did you guys do this summer? I got bangs and then I did shrooms, which I wish I would have done first and forgave myself so that I wouldn't have bangs. I'm not saying this 100% of the time, and I'm not saying allegedly, theoretically, I've ever done any drugs ever, because who does that? I'm a good little girl, Angel. This is a Christian Minecraft stream. We don't do illegal substances here. But that being said, maybe allegedly I've done those substances, and honestly, it's the one thing in my entire life that has made my subconscious shut the fuck up. And it's like genuinely laying in my tent. I had a moment where I was like, I think this might be one of the first moments in my life I have been completely present in the moment, just living for the music happening and the conversation out my tent, and I'm not listening to 7 conversations in my head. Shrooms, allegedly. Theoretically, maybe. Oh no. But Taylor Tomlinson taught me to forgive myself. That's all I got out of that. Theoretically, allegedly. hypothetically speak. I know it's really soft. I put on a Nine Inch Nails mix, so it's probably one of his. Yeah, it's one of his 10-minute instrumental. I used to love this song. Last. A reoccurring nightmare I had as a kid and even into college was one where I had worms. Ooh, little segmented mealworm type worms crawling in and out of holes in my face that were kind of crusty with dried pus, and I'd try to catch them, and they'd keep pulling, trying to go back. Oh, I feel like I've had a hole. I feel like I've had a hole like that. I feel like I've had a dream similar to that. That sounds very similar. Oh, synesthesia is this disassociation with colors and emotions. Katie has the one where she can't hold images in her head. Is that different? Aphantasia. Thank you, aphantasia. I wonder if the dream thing has to do with aphantasia. That was my question. I don't know. Thank you. Yeah, Quill. Allegedly, hypothetically. Allegedly. Hypothetically speaking, yes. You can't become really rich until you can deny all facts and lie with deep conviction and sincerity. Failure is always the laborer's problem. Did I say problem? I meant fault. There's a reason shrooms are called magic mushrooms. Microdosing has been a life changer for my hubs. Allegedly. Hypothetically. I genuinely laid in a tent, hypothetically, at one of the burns I've been to, and just for 3 hours forgave myself. Like, I have plenty to forgive myself for, so I still get anxious about shit, but man, it truly, like, put me, like, I think that's how people who don't have existential anxiety just live in the moment. They smell the flowers. They hear what's actually happening. They're not 24/7. And that's what it did for me. It just went. Huh. Weird. Wild. I don't know. It did for me, but I'm saying, like, hypothetically, allegedly, you can never count on one person's experience for a generality like that. But, like, hypothetically, theoretically, microdosing shrooms. So, like, just to be safe here, we're going to talk in hypothetical theoreticals about marshmallows. So, marshmallows, I think it's like 0.25 to 0.75 grams of a marshmallow in the proper form to be ingested, either ground up in a little gel cap or something like that, is about microdose level. Viata probably knows more about the actual numbers. The actual, like, grams, whereas up to about 4 grams of marshmallows is where you are getting a lot of visual and a lot of tactile, like, that's about, so if we're ever trying to be safe together, I always want you to be safe, so I'm going to be honest with information like that. Marshmallows, we're getting them from safe, reputable sources. Colorado, literally, they're legal. Drive across the border and just fucking buy some. But seriously, like, I think it's about 0.25 to 0.75 to 1 is about, like, that's about microdose. And then when you get into 2, you're getting a little uplift, a little mood uplift, maybe some very, very mild visuals. Like, I think I described the way they worked for me, hypothetically, allegedly, with marshmallows at Loveburn. But essentially, if I was looking at a tree with a really cool bark pattern, if I stared at it hard enough, I could get the pattern to start to move. But it didn't do it on its own. And I was about at the 2.5-ish marshmallow line. I could get visuals if I wanted them, and I really you know how you can, like, unfocus your eyes and kind of cross your eyes a little bit? If I did that, I could get it to happen, but outside of that, it was mostly just uplifted and a little bit of this, and that was it. But a lot of forgiving myself and no anxiety whatsoever. Like, none. And I did feel quite present, and not in, like, a druggy, spiritual, I'm so present in the moment. Like, genuinely, for the first time, I wasn't balancing what's actually happening in my immediate surroundings with this. This shut the fuck up. And I was just like, there's music, and I smell the ocean, and there's sand in my toes, and this is awesome. Is this just what people do? Just like live in the moment all the time. Wild. But I was microdose territory. Absolutely. Hypothetically, theoretically. I did not. No, I did bangs. You know what? I've already done my bang mistake, and I'm not going to take responsibility for it, to be honest. My junior year of high school, no, my sophomore year of high school, because our school only had a junior senior prom. No one else was allowed to go unless you were invited by a junior or senior. And one of my girlfriends that was a junior or senior invited me to come with her. So I went to go get my hair done, and I asked them, I just wanted like crazy ringlets, like just fucking Shirley Temple, big old fucking ringlets. And the hairdresser straight up stands in front of me and goes, "Do you trust me?" And I'm like, "Whatever, sure." Micro bangs. Betty Page. Choo, choo, choo. I have pictures. It's horrible. I have a fucking two head, my dudes. There ain't no room for bangs going on here at all. I've done it. I've done my mistakes. I don't say yes when random hairdressers who work out of their basement ask, "Do you trust me?" in Kettle Falls. A lot of mistakes there. A lot of mistakes there. Mm-hmm. Do you trust me? Absolutely not. Who the fuck are you? Don't cut my hair. I'm here for curls. I'll find one. I made it work. It was bad. I disenjoyed them. Honestly, it's just high maintenance hair. I don't like high maintenance hair like this. These baby hairs are enough. I can't stand hair that I have to think about and do every day. I just want to throw it up and be done with it. I just want it off my neck and out of my eyes. We went to a county fair last year. It was his first in almost, and this is about Viada's husband, who has recently been microdosing marshmallows. We went to a country fair last year. It was his first in 20 years. If you could have seen his little face eating his elephant ear while we walked to the craft barns. I cannot tell you how much joy. I mean, the fact that you were able to do that, sure, like, exciting for you, whatever. I want an elephant ear and I want to be walked through the craft barns. Take me. No, but really, I'm just... To go from borderline agoraphobic to being able to go to a county fair in the crowded, loud craft barns is pretty fucking phenomenal. Here in the US, they're the size of dinner plates. I've seen that outside the US. They're not that big. Oh, elephant ears. Oh my God. An elephant ear is... It's like fry bread, if you've ever had fry bread. It's basically like donut dough, like really yeasty dough that's really stretchy, but they stretch it out like pizza dough, like into this, I mean, literally, in the US, I've seen them like this big. It's really thin, though. Like, it is paper thin. Like, you can see through it. They throw it in a deep fryer for, like, seconds. It fries really fast because it's so fucking thin, and the air, it gets a bunch of bubbles and shit in it because there's a bunch of air in the dough. And then they throw that, and they throw, like, cinnamon sugar or powdered sugar on it. I think it's usually butter and cinnamon sugar. And then they put it in, like, a boat. I mean, the boat they give you is like this, and the elephant ear is this. It looks like an elephant ear. I mean, they're huge. And usually we'd get them between all my siblings, and then as you walk around the fair, you tear off chunks and eat it, and it's just cinnamon sugar, butter, heaven. They're delicious. So fucking good. Same, the cowlicks were the worst part of the bangs, because I woke up like this. Like, genuinely, because of these little swirlies, my bangs did this. It was terrible. They looked cute for one night. I literally think I have a picture of myself from that night. Probably. A printed photograph, because cell phones didn't exist yet. Odd. Oh, is he diagnosed? Agoraphobic, no borderline about it. No shit, leaving the house an ordeal some days. That makes it even, I mean, that's even a bigger deal, to be honest. Genuinely. A pic of the elephant ear? You know, my mom probably has a picture of me with an elephant ear from from the Evergreen State Fair in Washington State. I'm probably like knee high to a pig's eye with my elephant ear and pigtails. Probably. She probably genuinely has a picture of that somewhere. Oh, the bangs? I'll find it. It exists. Oh, they were terrible. And she cut them spiky. So it wasn't even like a nice Betty Page line, which might have looked nice on me. It was like curled out and spiked. Oh, it was terrible. I'll find the picture. I think I have a few. It was bad. It was so bad that the Monday after the weekend of that prom that I went to, when I went to school, one of the most popular girls in school, whomst was a senior, complimented them. I don't know how to express to y'all the extreme measures that takes. But that was a, like, oh honey. It was the South's, oh bless your heart, honey, who the fuck touched your bangs? It was, oh my god, those look really nice on you. And me being like, I'm never trusting anyone again. And then I did. I've trusted people far too many times with my hair, to be honest. Cheers. Does Monroe still have an Alfie's pizza? I sometimes have really visceral emotions about how much I miss Alfie's pizza, but I don't even know if they're around anymore. And that was the one we always went to, was in Monroe. It was nothing special. It was just a pizza place, but it was the dickest. Okay. It was the dickest. We're making it a thing now. Vex! Happy birthday, motherfucker! Oh my god. You got a birthday on a Sunday. Happy fucking birthday. I hope you enjoy it and you do something absolutely fabulous. You Aries bitch. Go forth and fucking eat delicious food. I'm gonna do my best, but my balls will most likely drop for you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. This is your day to have a lot of fun. We're waiting for the celebrating. This is your day. So happy birthday to you. Nope, almost got it. Happy fucking birthday. Oh, you got a real good one there. Not one ball crack till the very end. Congratulations on survival. Would you like to share a tip from your wise years? A life advice. A wise word, if you will. Yeah, what's your DLC? Dodge humans and be a hermit.
It is known, it has been said, hallelujah, cheers.
I mean, if we're already there, we're doing great. Like, we're doing great. Wait, do we get superpowers at 44? What kind? Do we get to pick them? I'd like invisibility, please. I'd like to go to the aquarium and the fish not know I'm there. They always seem so voyeuristic. Fish. Don't skateboard without underwear on. There's a lot of things you shouldn't do without underwear on. Skateboarding's one of them. Vile. You don't get to pick the powers? I'm fucked. My powers are gonna be so lame. I'm absolutely fucked then. My powers are gonna be like, oh, I can make a dot on the wall. I can make exactly one hair on your body grow very long. That's it. That's all I've got. Yeah, Vex. I mean, looking like you're in your mid-30s or so counts because that means you probably took care of your skin and shit, and now I want to know your regime. Or are you just one of those where you're like, I splash water on my face in the morning, and I haven't had a zit in 69 years. Nice. Because if that's the case, I don't want to know. Don't tell me. I'm looking at a shelf of my skincare. I just don't want to hear it. Not in the mood. That being said, I haven't had a zit in a pretty long time. I shouldn't bitch. Happy Ho Day, Young. I hope you're doing well, Honey Bean. I wasn't presented with a menu or anything with these alleged superpowers. I mean, no one's told me shit. Fuck, I can totally say at 44 you do not get any superpowers, or do you just not know about them? Have you even tried flying? Breathing underwater? Insert power here. I'm kidding, please don't. Oh, no shit, your wife's from Vancouver, grew up in Battleground? Oh, yeah, I'm from all over Washington State. I never lived anywhere very long. My mom loved to move for some reason, not military, for any reason. She just moved a lot, so we lived in a lot of houses for like 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. So we were all over the place, but the vast majority of my family is all West Washington. Or New York. I've been 44 for 5 months. I think my superpowers got lost in the mail. The fuck? All right, I'm not going to look forward to anything. Super smell great? I have that already. And it's not great because the vast majority of you fuckers stink. My superpower would be that my nails grow slightly slower than the average human. I'm really tall. I don't think that's a superpower, though. I'll think on it. Maybe. I'm not 44 yet, though, so I don't think I've gotten my superpowers from that. I don't think you're not responsible enough in your 30s for powers. We're still dumb fucking kids. Dumb fucking kids trying to have dumb fucking kids. Crazy. No matter how many times stories are told here, folks still manage to never have heard them. Wait, vile. Content warning, extreme gore. Vile had a skateboard accident in his youth and ripped his nutsack open. Don't skateboard without your panties, kids. Or just skip the activity. I don't know. At this point, seems fucking risky. Just a little, though. They're fine now, for the record. The nuts. But, like, it's easily one of the worst things. I mean, just saying it is, like, viscerally makes my ass cheeks clench. Good morning, October. How are you, love? Air Force kid, but very rare one. My dad spent his entire 23-year career at one base. That's incredible. That is, like, freakishly rare. Good on him. Most people assume I'm military when I say I moved a lot. And we did. We moved constantly. But not. Just my mom liked to move, I guess. My superpowers didn't show up at 44. They've been slowly showing up since I turned 40 every day. I give less of a fuck what folks think. Oh my God, is that like akin to invisibility? Like I won't care that the fish look right into my soul when I go to the aquarium. Like every time. Because I'm here for that life. No super smell fucking sucks. I hate it. Foods don't taste right. People smell. Yep. You know what? What the fuck is with that? And we both went into medicine where like arguably the worst smells exist. What the fuck? Like, if I think about it too hard, which I'm not going to do right now, 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 I'm not going to do right now. If I think about it too hard, I can literally put myself and smell certain patients I've had in the past. Bathe yourselves. I'm just putting some weed in my nose because I can't. I will literally put myself there and I can't do it. No! They're hungry. Both of them literally molted at the same time. It's very odd. They never do that. And usually after they molt, they stretch out and they want to like roll around and all of that. But I need to feed them again. It's warming up because fake spring. So of course my snakes are like, winter's over, and then I'll feed them, and then winter will hit and they'll puke up the rat or something. I love snakes. They're great. Look at them go. That one's blind. Oh my God. It was a fun summer when I was 15 and couldn't get an erection or the stitches would break. I hate you for saying that out loud. Mine is hearing. I can hear everything, which might sound okay, but if I'm in a loud location, can hear everything. Bars, for example, I can hear everything except the person talking to me. I hate that for you. That sounds like fucking chaos. Hell, actually. I'm just going to say hell. So if you notice, I moved some stuff again. Of course I did. I had to clean out some enclosures, so I just haven't put them back. But there's like a grate here, and then I normally have one enclosure here. So this guy never normally gets to see up. And so I think he's very curious because it's just a screen up there now. So he can like see the ceiling. So he's now exploring the new bounds. Like, oh, did it extend? It didn't. He'll figure it out. Bless their little lizard brains. Yeah, snakes are one of the first things I think. Yeah, they're the first. There's a snake up in this enclosure. She's, I think, the oldest animal I own. How old is she? Oh man, I think she's going on like 11 or 12 years old. No, yeah, no, like 10. But I've had snakes. Snakes are like the first exotic I ever got, I think. If I think about like like all my tarantulas and shit. Yeah, it's wild. Weird. And it's snowing, Viata. That's why I've been going out and rototilling, but I'm not planting anything yet. I've been rototilling, like my arms feel like absolute fucking fluid today, just jello. I've been rototilling this shit out of my garden because it's beautiful and the sun is out, but I know that snow is going to come. It's literally only March. It's going to happen. Fake spring is real. It happens every fucking year, and you get so excited, and then you go plant something, and it starts to come up, and then snow kills it all. I have to be patient. My literal, like, if I'm sowing seeds outside, my safe to plant date is like April 25th or May 11th to May 11th. It's crazy. Like, I am so early on it. If you squint a little, the whole vertical display looks like a pinball machine titled Tarantula. It kind of does. Like, if they stayed still, they'd look like pinball thingies. I could see that. I feel like they need a yard or something. I know. These, honestly, maybe in a year, these guys could upgrade. Probably. General rule of thumb with snakes is you want the enclosure they are in, and the height or whatever definitely varies on this depending on what kind of snake you have, whether it's a climbing snake or not. But basically, you want them to be able, like, how do I explain this? They should be no longer than the short end and the long end together, added together. So, like, if your snake is this long, that means that and these guys are at that point right now where they're like exactly that size, but that's where they can stretch out. Basically, that's all they need because like the vast majority of their life, they just sit in a ball. They're not like athletic. They really are kind of save energy creatures, and they just kind of sit in a ball. But they do need to be able to stretch out, and these guys are at that point. In about a year, they'll probably need bigger enclosures. Break. Are you itching? Okay, let's play break. Let's play break. Yeah, let's do that. Stretch your legs. Get a beverage. Load a bowl. Sorry, brain died. Listen to some Nine Inch Nails. Snuggle a void. Hello, my sweet boy. Are you just the sweetest? You wanna go outside? I love you so much. Okay. I know. I don't know how to say no to him. You wanna go outside? No. No. I need a snuggle. Look at his gray. His gray on his paws. He has smoky colored feet. That's the only non-void of you, because from walking in the void, you get a little of that smoke on your feetsies. You're just the cutest, most snuggly little fucker ever. Okay, we just needed a hug. That's okay. We can have a hug. I have to pee so bad. And you're gonna launch right off my bladder. He's gonna do it. He is. He's just the sweetest, bestest of boys. You're just the best boy. You're gonna launch off my bladder. I'm gonna piss myself. Let's go. Ugh. straight off the shoulders. Yes. Stretch your legs, load a bowl, take a break. It's motherfucking Borderlands Day. Borderlands 3, which I'm excited about. It's so... He got a fuzz on me immediately. It's so smooth. The gameplay is just like so ridiculously smooth, and I'm really excited to get to know this character. We barely tapped into it last week, so... How did you do this? How did you get fuzz on me? Mystical. BRB, gotta pee. Enjoy some music.
Hail Satan.
I'm just de-goblining really quick, because I goblined very hard today.
Turn it off, Willard.
Okay. Any hoozles. I'm stuck in a rut. I got it.
Hail Satan, motherfuckers.
Okay, I gotta open up Discord. One. In the minutes. And move you guys so I can see you. Oh, I have Discord open. Thank fuck. Okay, I love heresy, but I'm gonna pause it because we have to make sure that everybody's loud enough.
We could have chit-chatted, but no, you sat here in silence as well, sir.
Well, it's not like you said anything when I showed up. You were just like...
I didn't see you show up, to be completely honest. I was looking at my other monitor, and then I look over, and you're sitting there in silence. So I was like,
Whose
okay.
fault is that?
You know what?
You need more monitors.
I have 3 now, and I'm very
You
happy
need
about it.
17.
I don't. Oh, Lord Almighty.
What would someone even do with 17 monitors?
Well, our security officers have like 8 to 10 because they have to look at so many different cameras. Also, Crispy can just join the game chat now. I added him to the list.
Crispy, you should just be able to join game chat and just click it. Because every time I drag you, you disappear. I don't know the fuck that's about.
Right? Also, I sent you the invite for the thing, Katie.
Okay.
Did Crispy change his name on Twitch?
I don't think so.
Wasn't there like a PL in his name? Like PLC?
I thought that was just on Discord.
Is it just on Discord? Am I stupid?
Yeah, I mean... No.
Start the shared streaming. Cool. Things can be true at the same time.
I wouldn't call you stupid.
I definitely wouldn't. No, I wouldn't call Knife stupid.
My arms are so tired. Lifting up my controller hurt. I feel weak.
That was
Suppose.
me yesterday. With all of the... I've been taking bar class. I've taken it 3 days a week. Oh my gosh, it's kicking my ass.
Have I succeeded this time?
Yay!
Yes.
Yes.
It even shows you're on a PlayStation. There's a little icon there.
I don't know why it does that to you. It's so weird. I drag you into the chat and you just disappear.
Same. That's why I just added him to the list.
Yeah.
I think was happening was I was logged into Discord on my laptop.
Oh, it was like kicking you because you were trying to log in 2 places at once.
I think so. So I closed Discord on my laptop. Go that thing go fuck itself as far as I'm concerned right now.
Zeke and I did that one time with movie night. He didn't realize it was me logged into the computer in our bedroom. And like the amount of times, I think like 5 times in a row, I kept getting kicked out of movie night. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I hear him, oops.
Okay. So when we get logged in, we may be put back at a different. Sorry if I sound a little muted, or I have the hiccups. So if I sound like I'm,
as long as we can laugh at him, you're fine.